You open TikTok for 5 minutes. One video becomes 10. 10 becomes 50. Then you look at the clock and nearly an hour is gone. The app never asked you to stay. It never showed you a 30-minute decision. It only asked for one more swipe. That is the trick. TikTok does not need to hold your attention all at once. It only needs to win the next second, then the next one, and the next one after that. By the time you notice the time, the decision has already been repeated hundreds of times. This is not simply a collection of short videos. It is a system built around prediction and the removal of stopping points. And the first mechanism is hiding in plain sight. The feed has no end. A book gives you chapters. Television gives you credits. Those moments matter because they force a small decision. Continue or stop? TikTok removes that question. The next video is already waiting beneath the current one. There is no page number, no final post, no empty space telling your brain the session is complete. Your thumb moves and the screen instantly replaces what you were watching. That transition feels convenient, but it destroys the pause where awareness normally returns. Research on infinite scroll interfaces suggests that adding friction can reduce mindless scrolling and improve memory of what people saw. Imagine the same clips delivered 10 at a time. After the 10th, the screen asks whether you want more. That single question would bring the decision back. Infinite scroll removes the question, so the session continues without ever feeling newly chosen. The friction feels annoying because it interrupts the automatic rhythm. But that annoyance reveals the design. When the feed is effortless, stopping becomes the only action that requires effort. That is the first trap. No natural ending. But an endless feed alone would not be enough. If every video were boring, you would leave. The second mechanism is uncertainty. You never know what the next swipe will reveal. It might be forgettable, it might be funny, or it might be exactly the video that makes the last 20 boring ones feel worth it. The reward is not guaranteed. It is possible. And possibility keeps the thumb moving. Casinos use uncertainty because a predictable reward quickly loses its pull. A machine that might pay on the next attempt keeps people checking. TikTok turns that pattern into content. One swipe costs almost nothing. So after several weak videos, your brain can still say, maybe the next one. The app does not need every video to be excellent. It needs excellence to appear often enough that leaving feels premature. Then comes the third mechanism. The feed watches back. TikTok says its recommendation system learns from signals such as what you like, share, comment on, watch completely, or skip. Watch time can carry more weight than weaker signals. That means you are training the feed even when you never press a button, pause on a topic, replay a moment, watch one video until the end. The system receives information and changes what appears next. Your behavior shapes the feed. The feed shapes your next behavior, and each swipe gives the system another chance to improve its prediction. At first, the videos may feel random. Then certain topics appear more often. The jokes fit your taste. The stories match your fears. The feed begins to feel less like a public platform and more like a private channel built around you. That personalization can be useful. It can help people discover creators, communities, and information they genuinely value. But it also makes leaving harder because the next video is no longer just new. It is predicted to be relevant to you. In 2026, European regulators issued preliminary findings arguing that TikTok's infinite scroll, autoplay, notifications, and personalized recommendations may encourage compulsive use. TikTok rejected that description and said the findings misrepresented its platform. The case is not a final ruling, but the dispute exposes the central question. When a system becomes extremely good at predicting what holds your attention, where does convenience end and behavioral pressure begin? The answer is not that TikTok controls every user. You still choose to open the app. You can still close it. But the choice is not taking place on neutral ground. The feed removes endings. Uncertainty supplies the next reward. Personalization makes that reward harder to ignore. So how do you break the loop? Do not wait until you are lost. Create the stopping point before you open the app. Decide why you are opening it. Set a timer outside the platform. Turn off non-essential notifications. And when you catch yourself swiping without remembering 3 videos, stop. That blank memory is the signal. TikTok will still be entertaining. The next video may still be perfect. But now the scroll no longer looks empty. You can see the missing ending, the unpredictable reward, and a prediction loop learning from every pause. Once a reflex becomes visible, it becomes interruptible. The next time your thumb moves before you decide, ask, who made the first choice? You or the system? Subscribe to Mind Rigged for a hidden system inside everyday decisions. This is Mind Rigged. See the system. Break the loop.